She swayed to the rhythm of the music, blissfully unaware that her maiden voyage would turn into a thrilling train wreck, just as she fell into a sweet slump. Suddenly, the little boat lurched violently, and the air was filled with the screechy metallic sounds of her tiny vessel. The Pinky had a run-in with a boat the size of a small stadium, and it literally split in half. Jessica scrambled to her bed, buckled up. It took a while, but the boat eventually stopped tugging. Upon waking, she rushed to report to her master, but stumbled on the coordinates. Her nerves exacerbated her reading disability, but thankfully she wasn't too far from the Australian coast. The next day, the Pinky was towed back by the Coast Guard. On shore, reporters and onlookers had gathered, finding it a comedy. You think a 16-year-old girl can sail around the world alone? That's like thinking a hamster can drive a car. A reporter checked, if you can't even make it between 2 ports, how could you possibly circumnavigate the globe? Jessica shot back, because it's my dream. Then came the killer question, why didn't your boat's alarm go off before the crash? Jessica was momentarily speechless, but eventually admitted the truth, causing the room to buzz. One brave female reporter even challenged the other parents. How could you? She accused. Dad admitted, I messed up, but won again. But the female reporter wasn't done yet. It was akin to a rooster crowing at dawn, determinedly refusing to quit despite the odds. Family support was undoubtedly her rock, and her master's encouragement was the fuel powering her dream-chasing rocket. But reality was harsh. Sponsors jumped ship quickly, and only 2 weeks remained until the next sailing window. Fixing the boat was nearly impossible. To make matters worse, unscrupulous media stoked the fire online. They even doubted it was forced by her parents, prompting the government to plan legislation. All these blows got her questioning if her determination was misguided to talk about an existential crisis. I know this sounds familiar, she said with a sigh, but when things go wrong, your true self gets revealed. Right now, I'm just looking for a hard-working young girl to help me solve this mystery. The next day, her master brought Jessica to a repair shop, and what she saw left her awestruck. The townspeople heard about the 16-year-old's misadventure and rallied to help her fix her boat. They weren't doing it for any personal gain. They just wanted Jessica to succeed so she could give those greedy capitalists a solid slap in the face. With teamwork, the Pinky was spruced up in less than a week. On October 18, 2009, Jessica set sail from Sydney Harbour once more. Leaving her familiar family and surroundings, she embarked on a 214-day sailing journey, gazing ahead like a fledgling. Though nervous, hope and dreams filled her heart as Jessica truly sailed into the vast ocean. She started blogging and updating, while her master monitored Pinky at home, and her parents tracked her on a wall mountain map. Every time Jessica called to say she was okay, it was like a mini-party for her family. So, what's it like out at sea? Mom asked. It's stunning, totally worth the wait, she replied. After hanging up, Jessica began filming the trendiest vlog of her life, showcasing her sailing gear and enough food for a year, like a seafaring survivor. Because you can't just stop your way around the world. Thus, she had to cross all the meridians and navigate around all 4 capes to make it official. As she pointed out her planned route on the map, it almost seemed easy peasy. But when she stepped outside, she realized there were no boats, no land, just the endless, sparkling blue ocean. Jessica momentarily felt a wave of disappointment, realizing that the hardest part of the journey was not setting off, it was the profound impact of isolation and helplessness that truly struck her. So, she found herself chatting with her staff buddy like it was her best friend. When it was reporting time, she eagerly called her master, who, anticipating her emotional roller coaster, offered some comfort. You're on your own for a while now, he said. Jessica couldn't help but ask, wait, what? And then he hung up without another word, knowing that only by letting go could she truly grow. But Jessica adapted quicker than a lightning bolt. In just 12 days, the Pinky was nearing Arctic Island. Through deep channels, dolphins swam alongside lake spreads. On day 33, she was about to sail through Red Island. Jessica set up her camera and dumped a bucket of seawater over herself. At that moment, she officially earned her sailor's initiation ticket. Meanwhile, her family 7,000 kilometers away raised a toast to her success. But little did they know, the calm before the storm was about to rattle her world. Jessica faced her first sea test. Waking to a crimson sky, she sensed trouble. It was the ominous sign of a feared storm by sailors. So, she quickly called her master to brainstorm. She planned to change course, but her master opposed. He advised her to throw out the sea anchor and face the storm head-on. After all, no amount of speed could outrun a tempest. While her parents were worried, they ultimately put their faith in the seasoned master. After hanging up, Jessica quickly donned her life jacket, following practice steps. But by the time she stepped out, it had arrived early surprise storm party. She was hit by gusts of force minus 8 winds hoisting the sails. Just as she thought she had it all under control, a massive wave came crashing. Thankfully, her safety line saved her, but waves kept coming. Jessica struggled back on the boat, tossing out the sea anchor. That would slow down the boat and stabilize it. But just when she thought she could breathe, another wave sent her tumbling below deck. She quickly unhooked her safety line, secured the hatch, and tried to strap herself in bed. But the merciless sea wouldn't relent. The boat rocked violently as if it were doing the cha-cha, and suddenly a frying pan flew past her. Meanwhile, her parents and Master Billy slept a wink and were across the ocean. They prayed silently, and soon enough, the phone rang. Her master let out a sigh of relief, knowing both Pinky and Jessica were safe. At that moment, curious reporters caught wind of Jessica's storm experience and flocked to her doorstep, only to discover that she was not only perfectly fine. If you enjoyed this adventurous tale, don't forget to like and subscribe.